Hi guys, welcome. This is a headlight. So today we are going to be talking about a product called Carpro Dlight from Carpro. And first I want to give a shout out to Ryan Weiss. If you're not watching Fine Detailing on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description to his YouTube channel. It's very good. I like Ryan a lot. When I purchased this car and I did a video like walking around it, I mentioned that the headlights were yellow and this and that. He reached out to me and said, hey, Carpro sent me a bottle of Carpro Dlight to test out. I'm not sure if he got it from Carpro directly or from Sky's the Limit, either way. He said, they sent me a bottle to test out, and I tested it out, it works great. He said, but I'm never gonna go through this bottle, it's gonna go bad before I use it. Send me your address, I'll send it to you. Okay, cool. And he's not affiliated with Carpro in any way, he just offered to give this to me. What I ended up doing, off camera, this is 3 weeks ago. I wet sanded and polished that headlight over there, the driver's side headlight, and I applied this just to test it out and see how it worked. Because especially when I'm doing like a coding video for a new product, like I want to make sure that I really understand it before I do a video so that people aren't like having a bad experience because I didn't teach it right, if that makes sense. So I did that one headlight and I just left this alone because I figured I'd do this one on camera. Well, interestingly enough, last week I'm driving home from work and there's a car in front of me that has like these giant puffs of smoke coming off it. It was a Genesis. And it looked like maybe they had an oil change and maybe the filter's loose, maybe the oil cap wasn't put all the way back on, the filler cap or something like that. But it was definitely like big puffs of oil being burned off on the car, like every time she hit the gas or every time she accelerated. I followed her off an exit and I rolled my window down and I said, hey, you're leaking oil. Pull over and get your car checked out. She's like, oh, thank you. But I had done that one and I hadn't done this one. And when I got home, I had like all these little spots of oil all over the car. And on this particular headlight, there was like spot. There's a couple glossy spots in all the haze because it hadn't been sanded out yet. And I'll show that here on camera. And on that one, which had the protection on the driver's side, everything was fine. And I thought, well, that's actually really cool because I mean, it's just oil, but there's a little bit of chemical resistance that's happening there. And you know, it's very clear that it's doing its job. So today I'm going to show you how to apply this. And it's not hard to do. It's fairly easy, but it's a little bit different than some other coatings. Now this requires at least 2 coats. I've seen people going as far as 4. You need to give it an hour in between coat 1 and coat 2. And then it needs 24 hours to fully cure before it gets wet. That's what they're asking for. I've already polished this off camera. I've done videos on that before. This isn't that video, but I've gotten it about as clear as I'm willing to get it without having to, you know, really ruin it. And at some point, maybe I'll buy another set of headlights or find another set of headlights. These ones are pretty beat. It looks like this car was maybe outside all the time and the UV coating is just really worn down on them. I think that actually makes for a good video here. We're gonna open up Dlight, and Dlight has the dropper top in it. I do like these dropper tops. We're gonna put some gloves on first because gloves are always recommended. And if you don't wear gloves in your YouTube video, Ivan will come and yell at you in your comments. So I've been trying to be better about remembering because sometimes I just get carried away with all of the stuff and forget that I'm not wearing gloves until it's all over my hands. This is an applicator pad. A lot of companies sell these. I don't remember where this particular one came from, but Armor Detail Supply has them. And you can buy them from them or you can buy them from House of Rags. I like these a lot. So we've got a fair amount on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply this to the light. And really what we're looking for is 100% coverage. So I'm going to start off by getting all of the edges. And then we'll go back and forth a handful of times. And then we'll go up and down a handful of times just to make sure that we have even coverage. And then the instruction states you've got approximately a 2 to 5 minute cure time where you're looking for the rainbow flash, right? You're looking for this to turn rainbowy. And we can take our towel here and we'll just wipe off around the lights. Obviously, you could just be a little bit more careful with the applicator if you're not in such a rush. and we'll just give this a minute to flash. So while this is curing, let's talk about Dlight. So Dlight is a UV blocking plastics coating. So you can use it on PPF, you can use it on textured plastic, you can use it on headlights, you can use it on flat plastics. It specifically says prevents yellowing and fading of headlights, PPF, and other plastics. Great for topping existing coatings. So it is designed to be used as a topper, and it is specifically a UV protectant. So it's not really designed for gloss, it's not really designed for slickness, it's not really designed for all of those things. It's designed to provide a UV blocking shield to protect your car from the sun, or your plastics from the sun. All right, so we're gonna take this is a pearl weave towel, we're gonna buff this off, and I will say that it is a little grabby when you're removing it. But wipe it off, and that's what we get. Now you're supposed to let this sit for 1 hour in between coatings. So we're going to let this sit. We'll come back in an hour, and we're going to do another application of Dlight and do that over the top. Now, like I said, I've seen people go as high as 4. I will likely do 4, because why not? I mean, I have half a bottle, and I'm not going to use it. What I do see immediately are 2 changes. Number 1, a lot of the haziness and oxidation, when I went over it, became clearer. And then when I buffed it off, it's still clear. So it looks like any pores that are there in the headlight housing that maybe I wasn't able to quite get cleaned out with the polish and the panel prep spray, any oxidation that happened to be there, it looks like maybe it's filling in those pores a little bit and leveling it off just a touch. And it ends up looking a lot more uniform. So it's been an hour and a half. We have our applicator here. We're going to do another coat. So first coat just like the second, a little bit less on the applicator, and ah, shoot, I don't have gloves on again. Sorry guys, wear gloves. All right, that's that. So we're gonna let this cure for 5 minutes and we're gonna buff it off. All right, so now we're gonna buff off the excess again. And there you have it. So fairly easy to apply. In my experience, works really well. We'll see what the longevity is like over time, but you know, even if it only lasted a couple months and I had to reapply it, it's not bad. And I mean, we'll see how long it lasts on my shelf. I have a lot of coatings that have lasted a couple months with no floaties or anything in it. And I don't know, I'll have to take a look and see, maybe we could stick this in the freezer and make it last indefinitely. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great day.